I talk to a lot of people who will say things like, I never really understood inquiry, or it's not really my thing. Or some people might say, I'm not quite sure how to have a strong intention for something. Don't really know how that works. But one of the points I was trying to make is take a little closer look. A lot of people who say they're not interested in inquiry, they're interested in something in their spiritual practice. They may be interested in peace. They may be even orienting toward peace. And if you were to put a question on that, it could be something like, what is the direct knowledge of peace? But they never put a question mark on it, so they think they're not an inquiry person. Maybe a person's interested in, I just want to be. But if they were to put a question mark on it, it might be like, what is it to just simply be? Or what is this act of simply being? And might that very activity be what I am? You get a feel for that? It's like, oh, might I be this expression of existing? Or as you kind of subtract out of everything, might I be this expression that steps out of identities and becomes quiet, that almost feels more like abiding in this activity of not existing, at least not existing as a separate someone. And so often there's some kind of curiosity at work in people, even if they claim that they're not interested in inquiry or that it doesn't work for them. And that's okay. It doesn't have to take a formal question. In its essence, inquiry is a kind of leaning in and following one's interest and seeing what brings them a light and allowing that sense of brightening to brighten their consciousness and awareness of that activity or of that orienting principle, for example. It's the same thing with intention. If you look a little bit closer, even if you don't think that you're a person who orients by intention, take a look at your life. Take a look back and see what informs some of the big decisions of your life. When you maybe chose a friend or a person to date or a person to marry or a job. What were some of the things that were important to you that informed your decision? What do you value? These are the things that shape our intentions that we might not even be conscious of. And when we're more conscious of what makes us tick, of what we really value, and when we come to some of those core values that don't tend to change as the winds change direction, but tend to be guiding principles along the course of our lives. When we have that, then we have a truer sense of who we are as individual incarnations of spirit, or we could say unique expressions of life. We come to sense our own incarnation, our own soul, you could say, of what flavors of expression life is flowing through you. And when we know that and come to sense that, oh, this is this is the nature of my own soul, my own distinct humanness, or my own distinct vessel for spirit, then we can have a sense of when we allow everything to be as it is and we include ourselves, we're including our very own expression, which sometimes is really shaping our intentions or our navigating. And so there can be this marriage of allowing things to be as they are, which includes our very orienting principles that shape our direction, which is in large part allowing everything to be as it is include our intention. Or we can have an intention to allow everything to be as it is.